I want to tell you, it's okay. I don't know why I feel like screaming that to you. Like you can't hear me very well or something. Everyone else is crazy, and you are okay. Look at the logistics. Everything they say is nutballs. They're all self-serving and they're all putting expectations on you. I don't know why that message is to be delivered. I don't know why I need to tell that to you. But it's okay. I promise. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. There are other empaths, there are other intuits, there are other people who know what we know and who are afraid like we are afraid. You're not alone. And they can keep tackling, pummeling you. Why that is an adjective to use, I do not know. Pummeling you when you sleep. In your dreams, excuse me. It's okay. As long as you keep growing, don't give up. Don't give up on any of them. Let them all be who they are. Let them all hurt you over and over and over again and ruin you and destroy you, and you beg them, please stop ruining me, please stop destroying me, please, you don't understand what you're doing to me, right? That's what you think, right? You don't understand how much this hurts. You don't understand. I'm not like you, right? That's what you think in your head. I know. Listen, this is a new kind of war, a new battle. We can't win it alone, and we can't win it together. It's really, excuse my French, but I'm just going to be me, right? It's really fucked up. They're going to come in, swoop in, use you for whatever they're going to use you, and you're going to tell them, hey, don't use me, and then they're going to use you, and you're going to be like, hey, I told you not to use me, and then, sorry, I had to cut ties, and they'll be like, no, don't cut ties, because I love you, and blah, 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 right? Or maybe it's like, sorry, I have this retarded long eyelashes on, and they're driving me crazy. Like this. This is what I get. This is what I'm receiving. It's like the princess, the frog prince, and the princess, and that story continued, where the princess is nagging, and the prince is like, and she's like, why do you want to be at the pond? And this is after he turned back into a prince, you know, and she's just a bitch and nagging and being a cunt and da-da-da-da. And then the prince is like, oh yeah, well maybe I don't want to be here anyway. Why am I not at the pond? And then he goes to the pond and he's like at the pond. But he bumps into a whole bunch of really bad witches, and turns out he bumps into Cinderella's witch, who's untrained, and he turns into a pumpkin carriage, and he's thinking about his fate, and he doesn't know the clock is going to tick at midnight, and he's thinking, like, why? And then what happens? Clock strikes midnight. He turns back from a carriage, frog prince carriage thing into a regular frog prince human, and he goes back to his princess who loved him and says, I'm sorry, I hated you for being a nag, and I love you, and he kissed her, and then they both turned into frogs. I think sometimes waiting it out is okay, as long as you know. For example, pretty much the night before last, I was strangled, and he's just like, oh, I'm going to kill you. But I know he's not. But I know that. But should a third party come? But I don't know that, because you could totally accidentally kill somebody. You know what I mean? So you don't know it. And so what I'm saying is, You know your limits. Do they know their limits? Stay if you must, because maybe you'll both turn into frogs and live happily ever after. The first 2 years are really hard for people. First 2 years of anything, through any transformation, anything. A move, to first 2 years after a baby. I mean, you have to have some wherewithal. And just know it's hard for everybody. And you are magic. I know you are. Otherwise, I wouldn't be condemned to say this message on an unfinishedly moved house with ridiculously painful eyelashes on. I wouldn't say it to you if I didn't have to. You're not alone. Never. Please stop crying. You're making me cry. Please stop being angry. Angry is just crying before crying. And it's a day in a life, and you have life. And you get to learn these lessons, and how magnificent is that? I'm sorry, but if you don't stop crying, I won't stop crying, okay? So stop crying, please. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, whatever else they say, and whatever other languages, Feliz Navidad. You know, I don't want to just stick with Spanish because that's ridiculous. But you see what I'm saying? If you know that I know you're hurting and I'm here for you, far, far away, wherever I am, and I know that you receive this message, then knowing that you receiving my message and knowing that you know that I know that I'm receiving that message, that's where the strength is. That's how we beat it. That's how we get past it. It's not girls against guys. It's not feminine against masculine. They are perfect tandem. Yin and yang are not opposites. Yin and yang are a ballet. You see? Yin and yang is very, very different than hot and cold and black and white. No. Yin and yang, man and woman, masculine and feminine, Virgo and Pisces, the opposites are a delicate weaving. In the cross threads of a life that you should love. Very well then. God bless you. I mean, seriously, God bless you. Did you sneeze? Or cough or fart or something? Or wipe your nose or something. You did something just now. So God bless you, and it's okay. I didn't notice. And please, I don't care how many. Don't subscribe. Don't like if you do not connect with me. I want to know the one person that does. The one frequency that resonates. Because there's much to learn and teach. And never again will I ever apologize for wearing evening gowns to McDonald's, right? It's a very difficult time right now. I understand. More than you know. Literally.